Hey everybody. Today we're going to talk about the concept of probability. Before we get started, let's go ahead and read our I can statement for today so we can understand what our goal for this lesson is. So today our goal is to explain that probability is the chance that an event will happen. What does that mean? Let's break down that I can statement a little bit further. Well, the first part of it says is I can explain that probability. Probability, if you notice down below, the definition of probability is the chance that an event or something will happen. And all we're trying to do today is to really understand the definition of probability. So in order to help us do that, we're going to go over some vocabulary words to help us identify what is probability. So when we talk about probability and the chance that something will happen, we often use these words. Impossible, which means that there is no chance of something happening. Unlikely, a little chance. Equally likely means that it could or could not happen and has an equal amount of happening or not happening. Likely is probably, but not certain. Okay, and certain means that 100% sure that this will happen. So let's take a look at some examples of some probability statements and see where we can place the chances of. If you look at this statement, it says, on your way to school, you will see a live dinosaur. Well, my schema and all of my prior knowledge knows that dinosaurs are extinct and there's no way I will ever see a live dinosaur. So I'm going to put this under impossible. We're going to take another look at this. Let's take another look at this statement. Trees will talk to us in the afternoon. Well, I know that trees don't talk. They don't have the ability to talk. So there is no chance that trees will talk to me this afternoon. So I'm going to put it under impossible. Let's take a look at this third statement. The sun will rise tomorrow morning. Well, if I'm thinking about the sun has always risen every single day. Even if it's hidden by clouds, the sun is still in the sky, so I have to put it at there's a certain chance, 100% sure it will happen. Let's take a look at this next one, see what you think. Drop a rock in water and it will sink. Well, based on my experiences, I know that every single time I have dropped a rock in the water, it has sunk. So I'm going to put it under certain. If something has happened to you where it hasn't sank, you might put it somewhere else. Let's look at this next one. It will rain tomorrow. Well, if I'm looking at that, I have to look at the weather forecast to see if I can make a good prediction. And I know for today, the weather forecast for tomorrow, it says that the showers are possible. So I'm going to kind of say likely because it will probably happen, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's take a look at another one. See what you think. Where would the probability of your teacher going to bed before 8:30 be? Well, I know in my experience, teachers are adults and they have a lot of things to do when they get home from work. So the probability or the chance that a teacher will go to bed before 8:30 is probably unlikely. Not impossible, but just unlikely. See if you can figure out where this statement should go. You will have 2 birthdays this year. Well, if you put this statement under impossible, you are absolutely correct because every single person only has 1 birthday every year. Where would you put this statement? Your teacher is over 18 years old. I would put this statement over in certain, because every teacher that I have ever met is over 18 because they usually graduate high school at 17 or 18 and have 4 years of college to do. All right, where would you put this statement? Pigs will fly over our school. If you put this statement over in possible, you are absolutely correct because pigs cannot fly. And our last statement, where would you put this one? You will get tails when you flip a coin. Well, I know that a coin has two sides, a heads and a tails. So it is equally likely that I will get heads or tails because it's only at a 1 out of 2 chance. So it's like half and half, which would give it an equally likely chance of happening. So you see today when we predicted the probability of some events, we had to think about our prior knowledge or our schema to help us make those predictions. We can't just randomly predict or the probability of a statement until you have thoroughly thought about your past experiences. So today, our goal was to explain that probability is the chance that an event will happen. Do you think we have reached our goal today? If you said yes, you are correct. Great job today.